What's up, Cigars for Fitness faithful? It's Tuesday morning. Well, actually, it's Tuesday afternoon. And I am in the middle of a 1-hour break. Basically, oh yeah, clean shaven Amadeo. Got cleaned up a little bit today. Needed to because I was looking quite grizzly yesterday. Producing smoke like a chimney as per usual. And what do I have on the meal plan for today? The Undercrown. That's the one I decided to go with. It's the first time I'm ever having like the real Undercrown. And sorry, super gross, I know. Anyways, so anybody that's familiar, if you've been smoking cigars for any period of time, you know Drew Estate. That's one of the big brands, one of the big players. They produce a lot of stuff, acid cigars and all, on the Crown line, Liga Privada. So, and 100% guarantee you've heard of the Undercrown before. Now, before I kind of get into it, there's the legend of the Undercrown, which basically is that Drew Estate put out the Liga Privada number 9, right? And supposedly the guys that rolled them, the factory workers, whatever, were smoking so many of them that there weren't enough for the customers, that they were depleting the supply of the Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, whatever that went on it. So supposedly they told them to come up with their own blend. They came up with this, and apparently this was so good that they decided to produce it, and the rest, as they say, is history. And this is basically Liga Privada's little brother. The binder and the filler is about the same. I saw a couple places say there's like a different priming, but the same leaves, whatever. And it just has a San Andreas, a dark Mexican San Andreas wrapper, right? So it's a cute story. It's a great marketing device. There's some really, really sort of hardcore issues that I have with that particular legend. The first one being that I don't know how many cigars you'd have to smoke before your consumption would affect how many you have for your customers, but I severely doubt that the rollers were out smoking the production, especially considering how many cigars on average per day a roller is supposed to be rolling. But part B of that is, let's assume for a second that we live in fantasy land, and in countries that have really not great labor laws, if any, and where it's not that hard to get away from murdering somebody, that they said, hey, instead of telling you to stop, instead of putting security in, instead of giving you quotas, instead of docking your pay, instead of charging you for all this, the people said, hey, you guys, you're basically smoking away our flagship product and bankrupting the business. So what we're going to have you do is make your own blend that you can smoke whenever you want, and that'll be fine, so that we can sell the Liga Privada number 9 to everybody else. And then apparently they came up with this, and they said, wow, that's so amazing, we're going to sell it. And completely somehow then circumvented the problem that they're not apparently smoking enough of the Undercrown for it to be a problem. So none of the story adds up. Okay, I mean, there's 1,000 different ways to solve the problem. I guarantee anybody that's been in business for any period of time, you don't reward your workers for bankrupting the business and stealing your product by saying, hey guys, why don't you come up with another product that we're more okay with you stealing. It's just, again, it's marketing. The first one was so good they couldn't resist it, and this is also so good because it's basically the same thing, and it's like, okay. But anyways, that's my little rant on the legend of the Undercrown. I mean, some people are going to be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Other people are going to be like, oh, you're such a hater. But, I like to see the bullshit between the lies. But, anywho, that's not super duper important. Anyway. Alright. Now to the cigar itself. No mystery. I'm a big time fan of the Undercrown shade. It is a nice medium bodied cigar. I genuinely enjoy it. Smoke it. Have never once been disappointed, no matter how many times I've had it. A couple weeks back, smoked the Undercrown Sun Grown for the first time, and I really enjoyed that, although I'm really not into full body cigars. This is also a full body cigar. This one's got the Maduro wrapper on it. Construction wise, it's great. Loose draw, produces lots of smoke. I've never been disappointed with any of the Undercrowns that I smoked. Drew Estate is a great brand. That little tirade about their marketing scheme wasn't meant to put the company down. I actually never had a Liga Privada number 9 or the T52, so I'm sure they're amazing as well. Flavor wise, this one, it's sort of more along those lines of my atypical. So it's full body. It's, I don't really taste too much dark chocolate, but pepper, yes. A little like coffee for sure. It's got a long finish. That sort of like bite from the pepper taste stays on your tongue for a while. There's some earth to it. Definitely some wood, And but it's definitely leaving a lot of aftertaste in your tongue. I don't usually spit too much, if at all, during my videos, but it's like I find like when it really leaves that kind of aftertaste on my tongue, and then I sort of swallow it and get that kind of like bitter taste in the back of my throat. I don't really like that, and has a tendency to make me sick a lot more often than anything else. So, but all in all, it's an amazing cigar. I mean, there's a reason why the Undercrown is as legendary as it is. I don't, like I said, I've never been disappointed with a Drew Estate cigar. The shade will always be my favorite. The Sun Grown was a huge surprise. I did like that. I definitely like the Sun Grown better than I like the original, but it's all just a matter of preference. Anyways, that's going to be about it for this video. If you are one of those cigar aficionados out there and haven't tried the Undercrown, can you even call yourself an aficionado? If you're a newbie, I don't know if I would say start with this guy. It's, full body, full strength, but it's definitely worth a try. It does have some very strong flavor to it. And some people may love that and some people might not. As far as me goes, I don't see myself becoming a regular Undercrown lover by any stretch of the imagination. Will always prefer the shade, but of course I'm, more of a medium body guy in general. Just the same, it's fantastic smoke, and for what it's worth, they're not super expensive. I know there's like a special anniversary edition. I think it's called the Dogma or something. Or if it's a special, I don't know what it is, but I know there's one called the Dogma. I I'm not gonna get that. But you know, all in all, it's a good cigar. But, so that's about it for me for this cigar. I don't know if that'll be it for me today. Probably because I have a really busy day, and I'm packed back to back. And if somebody does cancel, I don't know if I want to light up one of the casadas that I have. The reason why I decided on this guy, aside from the fact that I truly wanted to try it, is it's a Robusto size. So I knew that I'd be able to smoke it a little bit quicker without having to worry, because I only have an hour. My rule with full body cigars is always the same. I'll smoke the whole thing, but as soon as I start to get like that kind of feeling, if I get dizzy, nauseous, whatever, then I'll squash it, because I can't afford to get sick in the middle of one of my regular days. But I don't think that's going to happen anymore. It really hasn't happened in a long time. Still just the same, with an hour left, I don't want to light up one of the casadas, because one of them is a Toro, and then the other one is a Churchill, or looks like a Churchill. And I don't want to waste tobacco if I don't have to. So, but that's gonna be it today as far as this cigar goes. I'll make another video later. Probably something completely different, but either ways, I'll be back tomorrow, and hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Thanks as always to everybody that's been supporting the channel. You know, I'm seeing a bunch of new comments, and I'm really appreciating that. Thanks as always to Rory, who's always been you know, a fixture of this channel, helping me to try to grow it. I think if you guys are Cigars for Fitness faithful, he's got a new channel. I think it's called Rory's Cigars and Spotlight channel. I don't know, I'm probably saying the wrong name, sorry if I am, but he does have a new page. He commented on a couple of my videos, so I would definitely go and follow his page. He's a cool dude, and he's always, you know, he reviews people's pages, he promotes pages, and that's really cool of him to do that and try to help people grow their channel and, you know, love the cigars. So anyways, have a great day, guys. Peace.